And we are live from Cox Mill High School on this Saturday evening. Carolina Disco Turkeys in town to take on the Lake Norman Copperheads here at Cox Mill High School. Disco Turkeys coming in their first game after the break. 8-7 record so far this season. Looking to move to 9-7 on the night with the win. A busy schedule ahead for these guys. Facing off against the Copperheads team that'll start their second game of the second half of the season after a loss to the Corn Dogs last night, looking to get back on track are the Copperheads. Currently sitting in 7th place, the Disco Turkeys in 4th place. An important rubber match here between two teams looking to make a statement here as the second half gets underway. It'll be Josh Jones on the mound for the Copperheads. The two-way player has made quite a few appearances this season on the mound and in the batter's box as an outfielder and pitcher. His last start coming against the Wampus Cats back on June 17th. Took the loss, though, in that one, despite 3 earned runs over 5 1/3 innings. Has also appeared in 11 games as a predominant right fielder. And he'll get things started tonight on the mound, facing off against Aaron Herbst, the third baseman from the Disco Turkeys. Jones ready with the first pitch, and we are underway here at Cox Mill. And this one lifted in the air towards center field by Herbst. Back on the track, Welker, and he makes the catch. One down on one pitch for Josh Jones. Herbst retired on that flyout, and now it'll be Boone Herman, the Newton, North Carolina, and UNC Greensboro Spartan. Made an appearance recently and was part of that SCBL All-Star team. Swings for that first offering from Jones. Herman, one of several Disco Turkeys to make the trip up to Lynchburg, Virginia in the NACSB Prospect Showcase as the SCBL All-Stars went 1-1 on the day. Takes strike 2 on the inside corner, does Herman. Had a great season at the plate. Looking to continue that into the second half. The 0-2 on the way, swung on, and that'll be up the middle for a base hit. Boone Herman jumps all over that pitch upstairs. Shortens the swing and gets rewarded for it with a one-out hit to bring up Jake Smith, another one of these Disco Turkeys guys, to make the trip up as part of that All-Star team and featured in both games as a left fielder. First pitch from Jones right there for a strike. And the throw goes back to first base. Herman back in time, though. An early threat on the base pass for the Disco Turkeys, who have been known to steal quite a few bases, especially at the showcase. Many of the stolen bases responsible were their players. Next pitch on the way is in the dirt. Taking a look at the Copperheads fielding, it'll be Jones on the mound with Matt Goldasich at catcher. The infield, Dane Frelick at third, Will Gray at shortstop, second base, Jack Lopez, first base, Connor Paul. As the runner goes, Herman, the throw down to second is in time. He got him. And Goldasich up and firing, a perfect throw and catch by Will Gray to tag Herman. 2 down in this top of the first. Now bases are back empty for Smith. Smith puts it on the ground, but playable for Josh Jones, who will flip over to first in time. And despite giving up a hit, Josh Jones faces the minimum and gets through the first inning pretty smoothly. And we'll go to the bottom of the first to see if the Copperheads can take the lead when we come back.
Thank you, Joseph.
And back here for this bottom of the first inning, the Copperheads will get to work. Luis Morales, Will Gray, and Dane Frelick, the three due up for the Copperheads. And we'll start off with Morales, been arguably the best hitter for this Copperheads team.
I don't think he'll care.
Was another all-star on the team facing off against Levi Strom. The Wake Forest lefty stands at just 5'10", but has the velocity to match guys much bigger, and we'll see if Luis Morales can work a good at-bat here. And already ahead 3-0 of the Louisville, North Carolina native Strom on the mound. Morales, a recent signee at Florida Gulf Coast University, will be playing his college ball in the ASUN next year with the Eagles. Takes a strike there, that time from Strom. Morales, a proficient hitter, and waits on the hitter's count. 3-1, pokes it, foul. Gets just enough on it, but the count goes to 3-2. We'll see what Strom goes with in his payoff pitch offering next. Swing and a miss, and Morales down on strikes. A rare strikeout for Morales, who's known to be a pretty great contact hitter. And a good start by Levi Strom will bring up Will Gray. The West Virginia Tech shortstop joined 4 other Copperheads players to make the trip up to Lynchburg, Virginia in the NACSB Prospect Showcase. Played in Game 2 predominantly. Joined Morales, Isaac Armstrong, and Brock Graff as Copperheads players to make appearances in the showcase. And Gray, another pretty great hitter at the top of this lineup, the senior from Rockwell, North Carolina. .375 average this season as that one's fouled back to the screen. Has picked up a hit in both games against the Disco Turkeys so far this season. These teams 1-1 against each other. Before the Disco Turkeys picked up a doubleheader sweep earlier in this season, and strike 3 called on the inside corner. 2 up and 2 down via strikeout for Levi Strom will bring up Dane Frelick, the third baseman.
Now batting, Dane Frelick.
Frelick playing the hot corner tonight at third base. The junior at Framingham State College. 9 hits so far in the season, including 4 doubles. Picked up a hit last time he faced the Disco Turkeys. 1 for 4 that particular night with an RBI in an 8-7 loss back on June 15th. And after a slow start, the Disco Turkeys looking to get right back in the swing of things. Currently sitting in 4th place, and a win would tie them for 3rd place with the Queen City Corn Dogs, as this one's rifled towards right center field, and that will get down in the gap. Turning for second is Frelick all the way at the wall. He will get there standing, and the 5th double of the season for Dane Frelick. A 2-out extra base hit brings up Connor Paul. A particularly hot day here at Cox Mill as we get into the later part of June, early part of July. Now a lefty-lefty matchup and a good off-speed, that time by Strom. As Connor Paul, the cleanup hitter tonight for these Copperheads, takes that pitch low in the dirt. Paul, a Brentwood, Tennessee native at Volunteer State Community College. 9 for 27 so far on the year. 4 RBIs. We'll see if he can pick up a hit to potentially make it 5 against Strom. The 1-1 on the way. A good breaking ball, but not a chase pitch in the eyes of Connor Paul, who moves it to 2-1. Time called, as it's a 2-1 count early in this game. Both teams picking up a hit in this first inning. A Boone Herman single and a Dane Frelick double. Paul takes a pitch and a good fastball. A lot of movement on that one. Outside to inside out of the hand. Comes back in right over the heart of the plate for Connor Paul. Now the 2-2 for number 22, Strom. That pitch that time went to the breaking ball, and again, Paul holds off on the pitch. The second time it's gone to a full count against Levi Strom in this bottom of the first inning. Payoff pitch from Strom is taken low for ball 4, and Connor Paul will get on base. His 4th walk of the year will bring up Caden Haywood. 2 men on and 2 out now in this bottom of the first. Haywood playing right field and batting 5th tonight for these Copperheads. And takes a first pitch low. Looked like a breaking ball that time from Levi Strom. Made 4 pitching appearances on the year and 1-1 on the year. Made 1 appearance at Wake Forest this season. And his first 2 1/3 innings of college ball came in relief against Coastal Carolina on March 13th. Now looking to impress this summer. Staying up in Winston-Salem to play with the Disco Turkeys in their first year in the SCBL. 2-0 on the way is there for a strike. As Caden Haywood will get set for a 2-1 count. Runner still in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. A swing and a miss that time. Looked like a in-moving breaking ball and moves the count to 2-2. Haywood, a freshman at Western Carolina University. Looking to pick up his 8th hit of the year in this at-bat. A 2-2 count with 2 outs. Strom's next offering just misses outside. Second straight time a batter has gotten a count to full. A lot of pitches here for Levi Strom in this bottom of the first inning against a Copperheads lineup looking for a great offensive performance going into the weekend as both runners go, but it won't matter. And strike 3 swung on and missed by Haywood as Levi Strom works his way out of a jam here in the bottom of the first inning. Score still at 0-0, and we come back here from Cox Mill on this Saturday night. Thank you for watching on the SCBL YouTube channel. back for the top of the second inning, as it'll be Dakota Dahl first up for the Copper. Heads to face on the defensive side of the ball, as Josh Jones back out there after allowing one hit in the first inning, just a single off of Boone Herman, but immediately caught him on a steal attempt as Matt Golisich made a nice play for that second out before Jake Smith was retired on a strikeout. Now it'll be the DH Dahl, a Winston-Salem native staying in his hometown to play college ball in the summer. Currently at Guildford Tech. At 6'2", 210, certainly has the power. We'll see if he can get a hold of a pitch by Josh Jones. 3-1 swung on and missed, and now the count full. It'll be Dakota Dahl, Derek Martinez, and MJ Hunter due up. That one in there for strike three looking, and Josh Jones has his second strikeout of the night. And that'll bring up the 5-hole hitter Derek Martinez, arguably their biggest power threat. 4 home runs on the year. Looking for his second home run against the Copperheads. Had a big game-tying home run in their first meeting back in each of the teams' second game. Tied that one at 7-7, but the Copperheads went on to win that game 8-7 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now looking to get off to a faster start this time. 1-1 on the way from Jones is taken upstairs from Martinez. The lefty first baseman from Carolina University. And a Greensboro, North Carolina native, spent time at North Carolina A&T as well before making his way to the Disco Turkeys this summer. Hitters count, the 3-1 is a big hack and a miss there by Martinez. Puts the count at 3-2. We've seen a lot of full counts and a lot of pitches for both starters, Josh Jones and Levi Strom. The 3-2 on the way, swung on, or held off on, pardon, and Martinez did check his swing. It'll be a walk. And we've seen many times Martinez's ability to get on base via the base on balls. Already his 12th walk of the year, and it'll bring up MJ Hunter. Shortstop wearing number 61 tonight. Originally from Christiansburg, Virginia, but playing at nearby Concord University. Getting the start tonight at shortstop. A Disco Turkeys team had a revolving door a bit of players, as is common in summer ball. And MJ Hunter, one of the latest ones to make his debut for a Disco Turkeys team. Doing a lot of traveling this summer, coming from Winston-Salem down to Charlotte. About an hour and 15 minutes between the two cities. 3-0 is upstairs, and it'll be a 4-pitch walk for MJ Hunter. Moves Martinez to second base. Now Paxton Tucker. 2 men on and still just 1 out. Tucker, the extra hitter tonight for the Disco Turkeys, as they look to jump on Josh Jones early here. Jones, a two-way player from North Greenville University and a Blainville, Quebec native, coming from Canada down to the Carolinas this summer. 0-1 swung on and missed by Paxton Tucker. Also a Carolina University product and a sophomore from High Point, North Carolina. 0-2 on the way, swung on and driven out of play, foul. Looks like he went to the fastball that time, did Josh Jones. And just a little bit late on it from Paxton Tucker. This would be the 4th base runner of this game so far for the Disco Turkeys, looking to get on the board first in this top of the 2nd. 0-2 on the ground towards third. The force at third by Frelick, and the throw over is in time. A double play. The unconventional 5-3 as Josh Jones gets out of the jam, and we stay scoreless here as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Still a 0-0 ball game. The Copperheads look to strike first when we come back. Bottom of the 2nd inning, still no score here at Cox Mill High School as Levi Strom fires a first pitch strike to Aiden Kwan. Now the 0-1 swung on and missed by Aiden Kwan, the left fielder, one of a limited amount of high school seniors that have just graduated going to college in the fall to get experience. Playing here in the SCBL, Quanah Central Cabarrus Viking. Pokes at the 0-2 from Strom and fouls it off. Another lefty-lefty matchup here early for Levi Strom. Still ahead, 0-2 of Kwan. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed in the dirt. Up and throwing in time is the catcher Lundquist, and he gets Aiden Kwan by a step on the drop, 3rd strike. One away here in this bottom of the 2nd brings up Matt Goldasich, the catcher. Goldasich, a freshman from Springfield, Illinois, and State Fair Community College. Looks like he went around on that particular swing. He did, says the first base umpire. Levi Strom working quickly here, has had to throw a lot of pitches so far as Goldasich lines it right at Boone Herman, who casually makes that play look very easy. And unfortunately for Goldasich, put a good swing on the ball, but it did stay in the infield. Boone Herman makes the 2nd out rather quickly. And that'll bring up Jack Lopez, the 2nd baseman, the hero of the first game between these two sides back at the end of May when the season started. That pitch runs way inside, but still catches the inside part of the plate. for Jack Lopez. The second baseman had the walk-off hit to win it 8-7 as the Copperheads took their opening game of the season, as that one's driven down the left field line for a base hit. Lopez around first and chugging for second, but he'll stay there as quickly over to make the play as Charlie Stogner out there and left. But nonetheless, Jack Lopez, a 2-out hit. Leaves it up to Cody Spillman to continue the inning. Third base runner allowed by Strom so far. 2 hits and a walk. Spillman, the DH. Currently at Lewisburg College. We see him play a lot of catcher as well. Tonight, though, towards the bottom of the lineup as a DH/EH, which he has gotten a lot of experience at so far this summer. Standing at 5'11", 185 as Spillman swings on this first pitch. Out of play. The inning continues. It'll be Connor Welker, the Cox Mill High School product, who will get a chance to give the Copperheads an early lead. Instead, the throw goes back to first, but not in time to get the runner Lopez as he quickly gets back before Derek Martinez can apply the tag. As that next offering on the way from Strom is also up, and another 3-0 count here. We've seen a few walks from both sides early in this contest. Cody Spillman will look to keep it limited here. The 3-0 is outside for ball 4. Looks like it ran maybe just a little bit low. And so Cody Spillman aboard via walk the second time that's happened tonight. Now Connor Welker. Hitting 10th and playing center field for these Copperheads tonight. A chance to do some damage. Swings through that first pitch. As Welker, a sophomore at Pfeiffer University. Some limited action so far. Appeared in 4 games and looking for his second hit of the year. Next pitch on the way is inside as it runs inside from Levi Strom. You wonder how long these guys will go into the game, coming off of a week off, as that one gets past the third baseman, Herbst. Around third and scoring will be Lopez. Into second base, standing is Connor Welker, and the Copperheads do take the lead in this bottom of the second inning. An RBI double from Connor Welker down the line, perfectly placed, and it's 1-0 Copperheads. Now 2 runners in scoring position. A chance to do some real damage as the back at top of the order coming back up for Luis Morales. Another international player from San Juan, Puerto Rico, as he drives this one out of play foul. Got aggressive with the first pitch, but couldn't put quite the swing on it he may have wanted. Morales hitting .366 on the season. 0-1 on the way is outside, and a good catch there by the catcher Lundquist to keep it in front of him. Lundquist and MJ Hunter, 2 new players for the Disco Turkeys in tonight's matchup, as they'll have quite a few games in the next few weeks. 8 in their next 8 days, including a game tomorrow against the Coastal Plains League down in Wilmington. Morales awaits the 2-1 here from Levi Strom. 1-0 Copperheads and looking to do some more damage. 2-1 runs way outside. No running advance, though. Both Copperheads runners will stay there. Spillman stands at third base and Connor Welker at second in a much different approach, as we've seen the top of the lineup do a lot of the work for the Copperheads. Now the bottom part working well early here. 3-1 swung on and out of play once again. We've seen Morales foul a pitch like that off twice this at bat. Morales has appeared in 12 games so far this year, sporting an OPS of .859. Full count pitch runs outside, and now the bases are loaded as Luis Morales draws his 7th walk of the season. Still 2 outs, but now it'll be down to Will Gray. And a big spot here could break this game open with a big hit. Morales reaches base for what will be the 24th time this season in 13 games, which is quite impressive. A .469 on base percentage coming into tonight. And just improved upon that after a strikeout his first time up. 1-0 from Strom. Swung on and missed by Gray. Has not appeared in a regular season game for these Copperheads since June 15th. Now the 1-1 on the way. Catches the outside corner. As Nick Lundquist calling out quite a few outside pitches. The breaking ball has been working well for Strom. Now the 1-2. That one runs way inside it again. A nice block by Lundquist to keep it in front of him. Has had a nice defensive performance so far. As that 1-2 got way inside of Gray. Count is even. 2-2 in there for strike 3. Caught the outside part of the plate. As Gray will have a short conversation with the umpire. But nonetheless, it'll be the end of the second inning. The Copperheads, though, do get the first run of the game on an RBI double from Connor Welker. 1-0 when we come back for the top of the third. Top of the third inning here. Back at Cox Mill High School, the Copperheads taking an early 1-0 lead here, but stranded the bases loaded last time up as Will Gray got caught looking on strike 3. It'll be the bottom 3 in the order due up for the Disco Turkeys: Charlie Stogner, Colby Watson, and Nick Lundquist, the catcher. Disco Turkeys had 2 walks last inning, but then grounded into a inning-ending double play force out at third, as this one is roped into right field by Charlie Stogner. A good start here in this top of the 3rd inning for the Disco Turkeys. That'll bring up Watson, who's played up and down this lineup for the Disco Turkeys. We've seen him lead off before at times and now hitting 9th tonight. Playing center field, though, as he usually does. First pitch is outside from Josh Jones. For Jones, not a guy that usually goes too deep into games, so we'll see what options the Copperheads will have out of the bullpen. This one in on the hands, through the umpire's legs, flipped to second, but no play at first. A wacky play there as Watson perfectly put it through the umpire's legs on the infield. But Jack Lopez still able to field it cleanly, who flipped it to Will Gray to get the lead runner. No play at first, though. But 1 out here for Nick Lundquist, as a man still on first in the form of Colby Watson replacing Stogner. Last appearance for Josh Jones was 5 1/3 innings, though, against the Wampus Cats. We mentioned he doesn't usually go too deep into games. Has made 3 appearances, 10 2/3 innings so far this year. Picked up the loss, though, in his last 2 starts, including 3 earned runs and 5 1/3 against the Wampus Cats in a 4-1 game in the opening tie of a doubleheader here 12 days ago. Now facing off against Lundquist. Gets in the strike zone with that call. Some frustration early on with the strike calls so far. Instead, the throw goes back in time as Watson to get back before the throw and tag can be applied. Back again, and 2 for 2 on back safely is Colby Watson. Watson, a UNC Asheville redshirt freshman, and Lundquist pops this one up on the infield. Calling for it and making the catch is Connor Paul, and that's 2 outs here in this top of the 3rd. Back to the top of the lineup we go, as Aaron Herbst will get ready for his second at-bat. A fly out his first time up. Jumped all over that first pitch from Josh Jones. Watson still at first. Clearly a steal threat here early. Has not chosen to go yet, as Josh Jones has gone back twice. No one playing too close to that bag, and now for the 3rd time, Josh Jones goes for the pickoff. Can't get it, though. "1-0 is swung on and missed, as Aaron Herbst in a 1-1 count here, looking to keep the inning alive. Boone Herman due up next. Nearing the heart of the order here for the Disco Turkeys. 1-1 on the way from Jones. Swung through and missed. Disco Turkeys 6-4 in their last 10 games, as this throw will be down by Goldasich. It is not in time. Looked like the ball just maybe got past the glove of Will Gray. He kept it in the infield, though, but no play to prevent Colby Watson from stealing a base. Four games tonight, or three, pardon, as this one is down foul. Aaron Herbst pokes it past the third baseman Frelick. Now a 2-2 count against Josh Jones. Copperheads playing the Disco Turkeys, of course, here, and also the Wampus Cats hosting the Corn Dogs out in Albemarle, while the Regulators play host to the Concord Athletics. 2-2 swing and a miss, and Josh Jones is through three, scoreless. Make it 3 strikeouts on the night for the righty. Still a 1-0 score line here as we come back for the bottom of the third inning. We'll see if the Copperheads can extend the lead when we return. Back for the bottom of the third inning here at Cox Mill, as it'll be Dane Frelick first up here, followed up by Connor Paul and Caden Haywood as the Copperheads lead at 1-0 here through 2.5 innings. We'll face off against Strom, and this one popped out of play by Frelick. A double his first time up. His 5th double and 5th extra base hit of the year for the Framingham State College product, playing here at the SCBL for the first time, and takes that pitch outside. It'll be a 2-1 count as Strom on the mound has found himself in quite a few full counts early on in this game. Pitch count getting high. You wonder how long they'll leave him out there for as that off-speed gets away from him. Pitch on the way is swung on in a rocket towards center field, but backtracking and making the catch is Colby Watson out there in center field. So another nice piece of contact there for Dane Frelick, who's been swinging the bat well so far tonight, but he goes unrewarded as a line out, and that'll bring up Connor Paul, who walked his first time up, rocking the Jordan cleats and looking to catch some air on the ball in this at-bat. And takes the first pitch this time from the lefty Strom for a ball low. The 1-0 on the way runs way inside. Strom been looking to locate that breaking ball. Hasn't been able to put it over the plate maybe as much as he would have wanted. Been more of his chase pitch so far today. Behind 2-0, we'll see what he goes with. Back to the off-speed and misses once again. Maybe a little bit closer than the last 2 times, but didn't get the call from the home plate umpire. Now Paul can sit back in a 3-0 and wait for his pitch. And it does run inside, so it will be a ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Connor Paul, who's reached on a base on balls 2 times and 2 at-bats for Caden Haywood. A humid evening here at Cox Mill High School. Both teams dealing with some hot weather as the Carolina summer rages on. We'll see which team can keep their cool in tough conditions. The 0-1 is swung on and missed by Haywood. The walk has been frequent so far. 4 of them in this game for the Copperheads, including 2 by Connor Paul, who stands at first base. Haywood behind 0-2 to Strom. The pitch is swung on and missed, and he got him on the off-speed. 2 strikeouts for Haywood tonight. And already 6 on the night for Levi Strom as he'll face Aiden Kwan, who struck out his first time up. First pitch is right there for a strike, and it seems to be that first pitch, the determining pitch to how the at-bat will unfold. If he's able to strike on that first pitch, it certainly bodes well as that one is in the dirt. Now 1-1. Quite a few ties to Winston-Salem for Disco Turkeys players, including Strom, a Wake Forest guy. Fires that one low and inside to Aiden Kwan. As Kwan in a advantageous position here, a 2-1, 2 outs though, and that one goes behind him. Breaking for second is Paul. The throwdown from Lundqvist is not in time to prevent the advance. As that one maybe slipped out of Strom's hand and went behind Aiden Kwan, who didn't really flinch too much. Lundqvist did a good job to get there, but not before Connor Paul moves into scoring position. Now a 3-1 count on the way to Kwan. And a good pitch there for a strike runs the count full. We'll see what Strom goes with. 1 strike away from getting out of the 3rd inning and keeping this a 1-run game. And he gets that. Looks like he nearly did, but it looked like Kwan did get a piece of it in a full count. Lundqvist not able to hold on to it, and it went into the dirt. So it'll be another payoff pitch here for Levi Strom. Swung on by Kwan towards second. Herman is there, up and firing. Throw is good and in time. And out number 3 keeps us at a 1-0 scoreline. The Copperheads will look to keep ahead in this top of the 4th when we return from Cox Mill High. Back for the fourth inning, still a 1-0 Copperheads lead, and a first pitch to Boone Herman. Runs upstairs from Josh Jones. Herman been one of the best hitters for this Disco Turkeys team all season. And then he drives this one towards right center field. Going over is Welker, and making the catch in there is Haywood. Another nice swing there from Boone Herman. But it does go unrewarded for out number 1. We've seen Herman put a good swing on the ball on multiple occasions. Played a nice second base so far tonight as well. It'll be Jake Smith, the right fielder, up next. Another one of these Disco Turkeys players that made the trip to Lynchburg, Virginia, and the NACSB Prospect Games. Herman Smith were joined by multiple Disco Turkeys players, including catcher Elijah Joseph, pitcher Charlie Jones, and first baseman Derek Martinez. 1-0 on the way. Taken for a strike by Smith, who struck out his first time up tonight. 1-1 here from Jones is taken upstairs. Smith featuring in both of those NACSB Prospect Games as primarily a left fielder. We'll see if he can get something going here in this top of the fourth for the Disco Turkeys. He drives this one into the right field corner and down. A nice play by Haywood to keep it in front of him. So it means it'll just be a single. Smith potentially thinking about extra bases there. But a nice play there by Haywood. Play it off the hop. So Smith will be at first for Dakota Dahl, who struck out his first time up as well. Jones had some base traffic. Not a lot of smooth innings for the right-hander. A good part of the order for the Disco Turkeys to be in. You've got a lot of opportunities to claw your way back into this one, and we've seen their ability to put up big amounts of runs at the same time, as it'll be quite a busy schedule for the Disco Turkeys. The fourth game between these two sides, fifth after the doubleheader, pardon. The Disco Turkeys have won the last 3 meetings, including a doubleheader sweep up at Couch Park in Winston-Salem, home of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, a great place to play their weekend baseball. Lots of doubleheaders for these guys throughout the year. Tonight it'll just be one game, though, as Dahl hitting in the cleanup spot. A chance to do some damage. 1-2 fouled back over the screen for Dahl, a Guildford Tech community college guy. Appeared in 12 games so far this year and 9 hits, but swings through that curveball, and he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. And that'll bring up Derek Martinez, who walked his first time up. Walk number 12 on the year. Certainly a guy that can get on base in all sorts of ways. The Carolina University left-hander been among the stars and drives this one just foul. Down the first base line. Could have been extra bases and a potential tying run. Jones ready with the 0-1 on the way. Pitch is swung on and driven towards center field by Martinez. Going back is Welker, and that is over the fence and gone. Derek Martinez has done it again against the Copperheads, and he turns the game on its head with a 2-run homer to straightaway center. The Disco Turkeys take a 2-1 lead here at Cox Mill, and another time for Derek Martinez all the way around the bases here. Went hunting after that fastball up in the zone, and Connor Welker knew it. Out in center. Home run number 6 on the year for Derek Martinez. Showing you why he's been one of the best power threats in the league. First extra base hit for the Disco Turkeys goes all the way around the bases. Hit number 4. The away side is this time it's popped up on the infield in the shallow right field grass. Making the play is Lopez to retire MJ Hunter on a pop out, and that'll retire the side, but not before Derek Martinez gets a hold of another fastball and drives it out of here to straightaway center. Now a 2-1 Disco Turkeys lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Back for the bottom of the 4th inning and a pitching change here for the Disco Turkeys, who have jumped out to a 2-1 lead off the back of a Derek Martinez 2-run homer. First pitch on the way for the new guy, Will Andrews, another Winston-Salem, North Carolina product at Wake Forest. As he inherits a lead after Levi Strom exits after 3 innings. Just 1 run allowed for the lefty. Now is Demon Deacon's teammate, Will Andrews, up next. Andrews, a redshirt sophomore a year ago. Doesn't get the swing and a miss, but he does get the call against Goldasich. It'll be Goldasich, Lopez, and Spillman due up this inning for the Copperheads, and swing and a miss that time from Goldasich. It'll be 2-2. Andrews in a 2-2 here, looking to get the leadoff man down here in this bottom of the fourth inning. Andrews ready. His next pitch is swung on and fouled off the screen from Matt Goldasich, catching tonight for this Copperheads team. A mix of local guys and guys coming from other areas to the Copperheads team. Goldasich following in the latter as he's a Springfield, Illinois native from State Fair Community College. Standing at 6'3", 210. A big guy for behind the catcher and uses it to his advantage as a catcher. We'll see if he can do it in the batter's box. Count runs full. The 3-2 is swung on off the mask of Nick Lundquist. Goldasich gets a piece of it and stays alive. Goldasich looking for hit number 4 on the year to get things started here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Has split time with Cody Spillman as the primary catchers alongside Lazaro Santos as well. A 3-man rotation at the backstop for this Copperheads team. Another 3-2 from Andrews is outside for ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard as Goldasich reaches for the 7th time on a base on balls this season, and that'll bring up Aiden Kwan, or Jack Lopez, pardon. Lopez had a single his first time up down the third base line. Looking to make it 2 out of 2 tonight is the second baseman. Also another Cox Mill product. Back to play for the Copperheads. Lopez, a sophomore at Caldwell Community College, a 5'10 righty. And has appeared on the mound 4 times as well for the Spinners. Another dual threat guy we've seen alongside the likes of Josh Jones, splitting time between the mound and the batter's box, and a good off speed that time by Will Andrews. Looking to settle back in after allowing a leadoff walk. Goldasich worked for it. Now the 1-2 is fouled off the dugout screen here on the first base side. Andrews ready with another offering. We'll see what he goes to in the 1-2 here. Runs in, but not in enough. Lopez turned his back shoulder. As we mentioned, the hero against the Disco Turkeys, the first game between these two teams, had the walk-off single to give the Copperheads an opening night win. Now looking to replicate that performance tonight. Already off to a good start with a single in his first at-bat. Has worked a full count once again against Andrews. The 3-2 on the way. And that one runs outside for ball 4, so it'll be back-to-back walks. Copperheads threatening again, and it'll be Cody Spillman to try and get the Copperheads back in this game. Trailing 2-1, took the lead on an RBI double by Connor Welker in the bottom of the second before Derek Martinez turned things around with a 2-run homer to straightaway center in this top half of the fourth inning. Now the Copperheads looking to respond in this bottom of the fourth. 2 men on, no out. And a good first take from Cody Spillman as there'll be a short mound visit between Nick Lundquist and Will Andrews. So it'll be Cody Spillman in the batter's box. Takes a pitch there for a strike, and a good first pitch out of the mound visit. We'll see if Will Andrews can use that as some rebound in a 1-1 now. Gets Spillman to swing at it. Up to short. The throw to second is in time, so the force out applied there. Boone Herman over quickly. The throw from Hunter to Herman in the middle part of the infield gets the runner at second base. So Jack Lopez retired on the force out, but Goldasich moving to third, and Spillman now at first for Connor Welker. Already one RBI on the extra base hit, a double. Now a chance to get the Copperheads right back in this game once again. Lays off that first pitch, but it does catch the outside part of the plate for a strike. Andrews a big first out. Double play still intact with the runners of the corners here. Still a 2-1 ball game. That time he laid off a similar pitch. So it'll be a 1-1 on the way. Welker swings on it, drives it towards center field. Back is Watson, throwing, and Goldasich will come home. No throw made, and Connor Welker, another run-producing play. This time it's an RBI sac fly, and we're tied at 2. Both RBIs off the bat of the center fielder Welker, and back to the top of the order with Luis Morales. All square once again at Cox Mill in this bottom of the 4th inning. So Morales takes a first pitch strike this time from Will Andrews. 2 away now and 1 man on for Morales, who's struck out and walked tonight. One pitch away is Andrews. Gets the swing, and this time it's into right field. Morales now with the base hit on the night. Second time he's been on base. And showing you why Florida Gulf Coast took an interest in him. Be heading there in the fall to play college baseball next season. And has been such a good player for these Copperheads this season. Now picks up yet another hit. Make it hit number 16 on the year. And that'll bring up Will Gray. 2 on, 2 out. And a 2-2 ball game here on this Saturday night at Cox Mill. A great game so far and a tightly contested one as that one runs outside by Will Andrews. As it'll be a 1-0 count here to Will Gray. Swings at that pitch and a good off-speed. Got him swinging. And that's been his go-to pitch so far in terms of chases and frame jobs on the outside part of the plate to right-handed hitters. See what he goes to in a 1-1 here. Pitch on the way is swung on and over off the screen. No play over there for Derek Martinez at first base. Gray looking for his first hit of the night and his third at-bat. Up with a chance to give the Copperheads the lead. Next pitch is there for strike 3. And once again, Gray caught looking on that outside part of the plate. That'll end this 4th inning, but we're tied once again. 2-2 as we head to the top of the 5th inning here at Cox Mill.
Make the big leagues. They're saying we're seeing big leagues.
And now, back for the 5th inning. Josh Jones back out for his 5th inning of work, working deep into this game for this Copperheads team. Played an important role. Missed low with that pitch that time, and facing off this time against what will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Paxton Tucker leading things off. And a big swing and a miss that time against Josh Jones. Working into the 15, 16 inning range here this time around. He'll face Tucker, Charlie Stogner, and Colby Watson this inning at the very least. The 1-0 runs, or 2-0, pardon, runs way inside. So it looks like it'll be a 3-0 count here to Paxton Tucker, who grounded into a double play last time on a force out to third base and the throw to first. And takes a 4th pitch walk this time. Gets on base to start this top of the 5th inning. Stogner singled his first time up. Been a steady presence in the outfield for this Disco Turkeys team in their first year in the SCBL. And back in time is Tucker. We've seen Jones go for the pickoff move quite a few times. Disco Turkeys hitters have been ready for it, though. First pitch on the way to Tucker is swung on in a drive deep right field, and that one is gone! Off the top of the wall. But it will hit, it looks like, those signs out in right field, so it is a round tripper for Charlie Stogner. 2 for 2 on the night. And 2 innings, 2 2-run homers for the Disco Turkeys, who jump back in front 4-2 here in the top of the 5th, and Charlie Stogner knew it off the bat. Waited for the perfect pitch, and right in the wheelhouse of the left fielder Stogner, who once again shows off the power of this Disco Turkeys lineup. Now, 2 home runs in the night, scoring all 4 runs in a multitude of ways so far this season. Tonight it's been the long ball. As Watson drives this one, it will run, looks like fair. Disco Turkeys' third base coach over there arguing it hit the bag, but the umpire rules it back for a foul ball. Watson grounded into a fielder's choice last time up in a 1-2 this time up against Josh Jones. His second at-bat of the night. 4-2 for the Disco Turkeys here in the top of the 5th, as this one's driven the other way by Colby Watson, but with room and making the catch is Aiden Kwan. Out number 1 here for Nick Lundquist. Lundquist takes this first pitch from Josh Jones upstairs. Disco Turkeys have responded to this early Copperheads performance. Connor Welker tied it once again on that sac fly to make it 2-2 after 4. And now in the top of the 5th, Disco Turkeys get another home run as this one's popped up in the air towards center. Welker in and makes the catch for out number 2. And back to the top of the order, the third time through it for Aaron Herbst. Looking to keep the inning alive here against Jones. 4-2 lead for the Disco Turkeys, looking to get to double-digit wins at 10-7 with a win tonight. As we've got some action in the bullpen out there, out in left field near the left field line. Disco Turkeys will get back to work as this one is lined into left field and down by Aaron Herbst. Rounding first, he will stop there as Quan quickly over once again to make that play. Not before Aaron Herbst picks up his first hit of the night, a single to bring up Boone Herman. And Herman 1 for 2 on the night. Hard contact in both. A fly out that got caught in the right center field gap last time up by Caden Haywood. So Herman, the UNCG Spartan, looking to continue the inning. Another back pick by Josh Jones. Fielded cleanly by Connor Paul, but no play as Herman drives this one, and it is another base hit for Boone Herman. 3 at-bats and 3 hard contact liners. This one gets through the left side, and for the second time in 3 at-bats, Boone Herman reaches base on a single. Been one of the best hitters in the SCBL all year long. And that'll be hit number 17. We'll continue the inning as Golisic goes out to have a meeting shortly with Josh Jones. It'll bring up Jake Smith. 2 men on and 2 out here in this top of the 5th inning. Disco Turkeys looking to break it open here. Taking the lead in 2 straight innings now on a Derek Martinez home run that gave them a 2-1 lead in the 4th. And now a Charlie Stogner 2-run home run that has them at 4-2 currently in the 5th. And the first pitch taken by Jake Smith for a ball. Smith, a UNC Pembroke sophomore. As both runners go and fouled back to the screen. Likely would have been a double steal, but instead both runners return to their bases. Smith's first appearance against the Copperheads this year, looking to make an impact here. Picked up a single in his last at-bat. Instead, Jones steps off, keeps both runners in check. Has the power for extra base hits, evidenced by a triple against the Concord A's back on June 6th. The 0-1 is taken low. Smith will get back set. Josh Jones ready with the offering. 2 men on, 2 out. The pitch on the way is swung on the ground, and a nice play by Josh Jones on the mound. Flips it to Paul in time for out number 3, but the Disco Turkeys take the lead right back on a Charlie Stogner no-doubter. 2-run homer to right field gives the Disco Turkeys a 4-2 lead when we come back. back here for the bottom of the 5th inning, and yet another pitching change for the Disco Turkeys. It looks like it'll be Tanner Bray, a senior from Kernersville, North Carolina, at Carolina U. And this one fouled out of play. So it'll be a 1-2 count here to Dane Frelick, who's due up first. Pitch on the way is on the ground. Charged by Hunter. The throw will be not in time, and Dane Frelick beats the throw out. His second hit of the night. A tough play on the infield. And that'll bring up Connor Paul, the cleanup hitter. Two walks in his first 2 plate appearances of the night. And this one in the air, popped up and foul. Next pitch on the way, outside. Hayes Hunter.
What?
Hayes Hunter. So it'll actually be Hayes Hunter on the mound. Pardon me. Number 9 for the Disco Turkeys tonight. Facing off against Caden Haywood after Connor Paul gets to first base on what looked like a hit by pitch. So 2 men on here in this bottom of the 5th inning, trailing by 2 runs, and that one runs way inside for Hunter. So it's a 1-0 count for Caden Haywood, looking for his first hit of the night. Takes that pitch inside, so been patient so far this at-bat. So now it'll look to be a 3-0 count. Haywood is patient and once again runs inside, so it'll actually be a 3-0 count now. It was a 2-0 before. Hunter's next offering is outside for ball 4, and now the base is loaded with nobody out. It'll bring up Aiden Kwan a chance to do some damage here. We'll see if he can get the Copperheads close and maybe even tie the game if he puts the hit he's looking for in the right spot. But nonetheless, a walk would drive in a run to cut it to a 1-run game as well. First pitch from Hunter on the ground towards second base. And no play for Boone Herman as nobody was covering first base. And the run does score. It looks like it'll be Dane Frelick coming home from third. It's a 4-3 game here. And the Copperheads take advantage of a ball in play to score a run. Still no one out here either for Matt Goldasich. So first pitch strike there to Goldasich, who will be up next. And this one lined towards left field, and it'll get down in front of Herbst. 1 run will score. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And all of a sudden, we've got a tie ball game. Connor Paul scores 4-4 here in this bottom of the 5th inning. The Copperheads have jumped all over the new pitcher. As it'll be next be Jack Lopez, who's had a good night at the plate. 1 for 1, a single and a walk. The bases loaded still and nobody out in a tie ball game. 4-4 here as Hunter looks to get it dialed in and get the Disco Turkeys back in the batter's box. Sooners rather than later. They've been swinging a good bat tonight and taking advantage of a couple pitches and turn them into homers to the deepest part of the ballpark for Derek Martinez, and down the right field line for Charlie Stogner, and swing and a miss that time from Jack Lopez, and a big first out here for Hunter. Still the bases loaded though for the DH Cody Spillman. A big chance here for Spillman to give the Copperheads the lead. The third pitcher tonight for the Disco Turkeys is Hunter, following up the starter Levi Strom and the Penn State product Will Andrews, who spent some time at Wake Forest too. And this one on the infield, thrown. It is not in time. Herbst over there to make the play at third base, but he couldn't get there before. Cody Spillman beats the throw out. Another infield single, and now the Copperheads lead it 5-4. Connor Welker a chance to do even more damage. An RBI double and a sac fly. 2 RBIs in the night for him. Could make it a lot more here if all things go to plan. Still just 1 out. Swings through that first pitch from Hayes. This will be Hayes Hunter on the mound, looking to get out of the jam. A double play would end it. It'll be a tough ask, though, with the bases loaded. But any out is a force out for this Disco Turkeys team as they look to limit the damage here. 3 runs across for these Copperheads in this bottom of the 5th inning. And this one line down the line, it'll be foul. Another hard piece of contact from Connor Welker. Just fell short of getting down all the way into the corner. Could have been a bases clearing double if all things went to plan, but now we'll get back in the box and look to make some more hard contact to give his team a chance at a more extended lead. The 1-2 is on the ground, but foul once again. Now the count 1-2 to Welker, looking for his 3rd time producing an RBI, and lays off that pitch. A big looping off speed that time, and did good to keep off of it. Now the count runs to 2-2 for number 2, Welker. Pitch on the way is low, and another full count here. We've seen quite a few tonight from both sides. Disco Turkeys pitchers have been throwing a lot of pitches tonight. 3-2, runs in and looks like it got him, but it will be another RBI, a hit by pitch. Drives in. Another run for these Copperheads hitters, 4 on the night. in this inning, and it'll be Aiden Kwan scoring as everyone moves up 90 feet once again. 6-4 ball game. And back to the top of the order for Luis Morales. Morales, a 1-for-2 night so far with a walk. The bases loaded once again for the right-hander. Hunter, who's still looking for 2 more outs to get out of the inning. Copperheads have once again turned the game on its head here, though. 6-4 here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Still just 1 out for Morales, who takes a pitch there for a strike. Now a 1-1 count to Morales, waiting on the pitch and swings on it. Jammed him a little bit. On the infield, Herman calling for it and makes the catch. No advance. An important second out here for Hunter. And now it'll be down to Will Gray. Found himself in a couple of situations similar to this one in the batter's box. We'll have another chance to drive home some runs here. Six-4 here in the bottom of the 5th. And once again, that outside strike being called quite frequently. Gray looking for a hit here. His first of the night, potentially. Swings through that pitch. A good breaking ball here from Hunter. Now just 1 strike away. Oh, 2 misses outside that time. Lundqvist looked for the frame job. Didn't get it, though. So it'll be a 1-2 count here. Hunter's pitch on the way is swung on and missed. And Will Gray down on strikes to end the bottom of the 5th inning. But the Copperheads put across 4 runs. It'll be 6-4 ball game. When we come back in the top of the 6th inning, the Disco Turkeys looking to get back into this one when we return.
It's just so hard to go. Like, we gotta get a 5 for win in the portal.
Back for this top of the 6th, and that one down the line here from Dakota Dahl, going for second. And he's up there with the stand-up double. A great way to start this top of the 6th inning for this Disco Turkeys squad. And it'll bring up Derek Martinez, who we saw hit a home run his last at-bat. A towering home run to straightaway center, and now has a chance to drive in another run with Dakota Dahl on second base. We'll see what the new pitcher, Jacob Painter, does. Another one of these two-way guys for the Copperheads. Painter, a West Virginia State junior from Eleanor, West Virginia. A 1.35 ERA, and Martinez gets a hold of another one. That one will land all the way and go over the wall for a ground rule double. The second extra base hit of the night for Derek Martinez pushes ahead Dakota Dahl all the way home. And now a 6-5 game in the top of the 6th. Martinez drives another ball very well. And against Jacob Painter, who's been pretty good so far on the mound in 6 2/3 innings. They've jumped on him here early. It'll be an early mound visit here for Painter. After the short mound visit, it'll be MJ Hunter up 0 for 1 with a walk on the night. Is the Disco Turkeys' new shortstop. His first SCBL action will come against Jacob Painter. Derek Martinez standing at second after an RBI ground rule double brought home Dakota Dahl. As this one's fouled off the screen by Hunter. Now a one-run game once again. Very tightly contested between these two so far. Disco Turkeys looking to get to 10-7 on the year, while the Copperheads looking to improve to 6-12 out of the All-Star break. Behind 0-2 is Hunter, though, to Painter. Pitch on the way is swung on the ground. A nice pick by Painter up above his head, and he goes to first base for the first out. We've seen some nice plays on the mound by these Copperheads pitchers on the defensive side of the plate. Have gloved quite a few balls right back at them. And an impressive first out keeps Martinez at second. It'll be Paxton Tucker up next. Tucker 0 for 1 with a walk. A hit could tie things if Martinez has enough time to run. Tucker takes this pitch outside, now ahead 2-0. Tucker looking to drive in his Carolina University teammate Derek Martinez standing at second base. Tucker from nearby High Point, North Carolina, up near Winston-Salem, home of the Disco Turkeys, made the trip over for the summer to play. 2-0 on the way is swung on off the screen. Tucker looking for his first hit against the Copperheads this season would be one. A big spot here. Ahead 2-1 of Painter. Takes the pitch outside. Now a 3-1. He'll have some more chances. To look for a pitch he likes. No gloves. You don't see that too often from Paxton Tucker. We'll see if the dirt is all he needs for the 3-1. Pops it up a mile high, and it will get back behind. Lands in the grass here near the spectators at Cox Mill High School. A 6-5 lead in this top of the 6th inning. But the Disco Turkeys threatening the Copperheads' lead here. First game back for both these teams at home as this one's driven towards center field, back on the track, and it is off the wall for Paxton Tucker. Going around third is Martinez. He'll be waived. The throw for Paul will come home. It is in time. He got him. And Martinez is out at home for out number 2. And despite the double off the wall by Paxton Tucker, the Disco Turkeys cannot tie things up. It'll come to Charlie Stogner, the other home run guy on the night. Another hard hit ball. Martinez coming around third base. Paul's throw right on the money to get the second out of the inning. But Stogner does have the home run power. We've seen it earlier. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner from the righty Painter to the lefty. The third double this inning for the Disco Turkeys. Swings through the 0-1 that time, though, to Stogner. 5 extra base hits on the night for these Disco Turkeys. We can really find the gaps. 0-2 on the way is on the ground towards first. Paul has it. He'll go to first base in time for the third out, and the Copperheads hold on to the lead here. 6-5 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Cox Mill. Bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be Brian Oakley back out of the bullpen for the Disco Turkeys. First pitch is outside. First pitch is on the ground and past a diving shortstop of, looked like MJ Hunter, who's feeling the effects of that one, went full out to try and get that ball, and it'll be potential injury timeout. We'll see what he hurt here. Looks like he's holding potentially his wrist here. As Frelick has his third base hit of the night, back up the middle. Oakley from Fouquet-Varina, North Carolina. And is making what will be his second appearance against the Copperheads. Third appearance. Has already pitched 4 1/3 innings this season against these guys, so very familiar with the opponent. We'll see if it benefits him at all this inning, but the leadoff man aboard. Dane Frelick had quite a nice night at the plate. Connor Paul, still 0 for 0 on the night technically, has reached base on 2 walks and a hit by pitch. We'll see what he can do here. First pitch from Oakley is outside. Oakley currently at Carolina University as well. A multitude of guys coming from the school straight to the Disco Turkeys. Also a popular team for a lot of guys throughout the league to come from. As you see Paxton Tucker as well as Derek Martinez and Tanner Bray, all Carolina University products on the Disco Turkeys together. Also multiple guys from Guildford Tech and UNC Asheville on the team as well. 2-0 from Oakley is swung on and popped out of play the other way. Tonight's matchup will feature the newest SCBL team and the oldest. Copperheads, the only team part of the league all years of its existence, as this one goes down to second base in time. The throw once again from Nick Lundquist on the money. And it looked like MJ Hunter, after potentially injuring his wrist, makes the play on the defensive side. And right after Frelick gets his third hit of the night, he's immediately doubled off. Caught stealing for the first out. This one on the ground. Over is Herman from the short outfield grass. The throw is in time for the out. And what a turn of events for Oakley. After allowing the first man on a single, he's got 2 quick outs now. And facing Caden Haywood 0 for 2 with a walk. Haywood up next, puts it on the ground, but it'll go foul. Haywood, a Western Carolina freshman at 6'5", 235, one of the bigger outfielders you'll find in the league. Has also appeared on the mound as well for this team. 3 innings pitched and 1 earned run so far. And some limited action as this one's over the glove of Oakley. From deep short, it is not in time. Boone Herman nearly making a highlight play with the glove. Got over in time, and the backhand skipped out of Derek Martinez's glove, but it would have been a tough play anyway. Caden Haywood beats out the throw, though, for his first hit of the night. Brings up Aiden Kwan with 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Still a 6-5 lead for the Copperheads. That pitch is outside to Kwan. Oakley appeared for 4 innings in these teams' first matchup and a third of an inning in the second.
The first one on the left. Yeah, no, Dylan.
Quan looking for his first time on base tonight. 2 down and 1 on in the form of Caden Haywood after an infield single. Instead, the throw goes back to try and get Haywood. Not in time. Looking to keep the inning alive is Quan, and this pitch from Oakley outside. Readjust the hat from Oakley. Next pitch on the way is outside. Looked like maybe ran up a little bit as well for ball 4. Kwan's first time on base is a walk, and that'll bring up Matt Goldasich, who's been on base twice tonight. A hard line out before a walk and a strikeout, or a single, pardon, in his last at-bat instead of a strikeout. So 1 for 2 with a walk is the Copperheads catcher. 2 men on, 2 out in this bottom of the 6th. The pitch on the way gets away from Lundquist, but no advance. Would have been a short throw over there to third base. Haywood got back in time before any throw could have been made. Goldasich hitting 7th tonight. Ahead 1-0 of Brian Oakley. This pitch on the way is a good breaking ball, but misses upstairs. So Goldasich looking for what will be his second base hit of the night and his 3rd time on base against Oakley. Takes another pitch outside, but it does catch the outside part of the plate. Copperheads looking for some much-needed insurance runs down the stretch. They lead it by 1, 6-5 so far. The pitch on the way this time is outside. Looked like that hit ball had some sink to it, potentially Oakley throwing a sinker there. So we'll see what the count is in this particular count. Home plate umpire ready. So is the pitcher Oakley, and that one runs inside. It will be ball 4. Bases are loaded. After the first 2 men retired on caught stealing and a ground out, it'll bring up Jack Lopez with the bases loaded. Lopez 1 for 2 on the night with a walk. And we've seen the Copperheads get the bases loaded quite a few times tonight. We'll see if their latest 3 guys can score. It'll be Caden Haywood on 3rd, Aiden Quan on 2nd, and Matt Goldasich on 1st. For the second baseman, Lopez, looking to continue his great play against the Disco Turkeys up this year. And he drives this one towards left field. That'll get down in front of the left fielder, Stogner. 1 run scores. Here comes the runner. It is in time. The second runner tagged by Lundquist. Aiden Quan legged it out from second base, but didn't beat the throw. But 1 run will still score as Caden Haywood scores the 7th run. But that's the end of the 6th inning. Now a 7-5 lead for the Copperheads. When we come back, the Disco Turkeys looking to get back in this one, down 2. 9 outs left to work with. Back here for the top of the 7th. As Jacob Painter back out there for his second inning of work. Only allowed one run last time. Gets a strike in there. Facing off against Colby Watson. Oh for 2 on the night. Looks like he did go around on that particular pitch. One, 2 on the way now from Painter, looking to get the leadoff man retired. Allowed 3 doubles last inning, but luckily for him, a great relay throw got Derek Martinez at home. 2-2 looking for a more smooth inning, and this one's popped up towards center field. Welker over in the left center field gap and makes the catch for out number 1. So after Watson retired, it'll be Nick Lundquist up next. Aaron Herbst to follow after that for the 4th time through the order for the Disco Turkeys here in the top of the 7th. First pitch swung on the ground. Frelick bobbles it, up and throwing past the first baseman, Paul. So we'll see how that was scored. Potentially a fielding error, as there was an issue with the transfer there from Dane Frelick. So 1 man on, 1 out, as back to the top of the order, and Aaron Herbst singled his last time up, 1 for 3 on the night. Herbst, a senior at Stonehill College, a Mooresville, North Carolina native. Ahead 1-0 here of Jacob Painter. Great breaking ball that time and perfectly placed to freeze the righty Herbst. It'll be Boone Herman due up next, if not for a double play to end the inning here. Painter through 7 2/3 innings on the season so far. Has allowed just 2 earned runs in that time. His first appearance against these Disco Turkeys on the mound, though, and 1 for 3 as a second baseman in one of the doubleheader games on June 15th, the first game of the doubleheader, which the Copperheads rally came up just short. Painter's 2-2 is in the dirt. A good block by Goldasich, using his 6'3" frame to keep the ball in front of him here. Copperheads lead at 7-5, but the Disco Turkeys looking to threaten and get back in this game with the bats. 5 runs in the last 3 innings, but this time the 3-2 is a strikeout, and Aaron Herbst down on strikes for out number 2 brings up Boone Herman. 2 more hits raises his average to a .566, 17 for 30 on the season. 2 singles and a flyout. Some hard contact tonight, and takes the first pitch in there for a strike. A looping off speed by Painter that falls perfectly in the top part of the zone. Still Lundquist on first. 0-1 on the way to the UNCG Spartan Boone Herman. Taken there for a strike and quickly behind 0-2. Herman will choke up on the bat and look to put it in play, as he has all 3 times. Been rewarded with the hit in his last two times. And the 4th time through the order for the Disco Turkeys, as they look to get their way back in this game. 1 more pitch would get Jacob Painter through 2 innings, in a scoreless 7th, but taken low by Herman, and the count is still alive. 1-2 to Boone Herman, the Newton, North Carolina native. And takes that pitch outside that time. Call not made on the outside corner. Been hit or miss for the umpire behind the plate tonight. That time it is on the outside corner. Rung up on strike 3. And that will retire the side in the top of the 7th. Copperheads keep them scoreless. It's a 7-5 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning, Brian Oakley back out for his 2nd inning of work and looking to keep it a close game here. It'll be Cody Spillman due up first, the DH tonight for the Copperheads. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk tonight is Spillman, the Lewisburg College freshman. He'll be followed up by Connor Welker and Luis Morales as the Copperheads batting around for their 4th time, and it'll be 5th this inning. Spillman singled his last time up. 2-0 swung on and missed, and he went to the upstairs fastball that time. Did Brian Oakley, an imposing presence on the mound. 6'5" on the mound, has the velocity to challenge each and every hitter in this league. And it'll be a short mound visit with him and the catcher Nick Lundquist. The next pitch is in there for a strike, so it did do wonders here for Brian Oakley, who did strike out Cody Spillman. It looks like ump did call that strike 3, so Cody Spillman retired.
This guy's terrible.
And now it'll be Connor Welker, been the best player tonight for the Copperheads. reached 2 for 2 on the night. A deep throw here by Hunter. It is not in time, and 3 for 3 in terms of reaching base. An infield single, Connor Welker, been great tonight. An RBI double, an RBI sac fly, a hit by pitch, and now a single. Had a great night at the bottom of the lineup and really been helpful for this top of the lineup, especially Luis Morales, due up next. 1 for 3 on the night, a single and a walk. It'll be his 5th at-bat of the night. Takes a first pitch strike. Looks like he did go around against Oakley. A 2-run game here, 1 on, 1 out. Instead, the throw goes back to first base. Martinez, though, can't apply the throw to Welker in time. Other side of the stretch as Welker goes for second. Throw down from Lundqvist. It is off the glove of Herman. A good backup there by MJ Hunter. And Connor Welker has another stolen base to add on to his great night at the plate. 2 RBIs, 2 hits for number 2 at Pfeiffer University. And now his first stolen base of the season as well, as this one's popped out of play by Morales. Still an 0-2 count. As out in Albemarle, 4-3 lead for the Queen City Corn Dogs. While the Regulators lead at 6-1 over the Concord A's. Welker going for third. The throw from Lundqvist, it is not in time, and 2 stolen bases for Connor Welker. Put him within touching distance of the 8th run of the night for the Copperheads. We'll see if Morales can bring him home. 1-2. It is outside, and a nice play there by Lundqvist, keeping it in front of him. This one in the air for Morales towards left field. Looks like it'll have room. Is Stogner. Tagging is Welker. The throw will come back in the infield. There will be no play. And an RBI sac fly for Luis Morales makes it 8-5 as Connor Welker comes around after 2 stolen bases. And the Copperheads now a 3-run lead in this bottom of the 7th. It'll bring up Will Gray. 0 for 4 on the night, 4 strikeouts. Looking to change that here, and a great opportunity to. A fresh slate against Oakley. Swings on it, puts it on the ground. Hunter there at short. The throw is picked by Martinez. A nice play on the defensive side. And that'll retire the side, but Connor Welker scores on an RBI sac fly from Luis Morales to make it 8-5 as we head to the 8th inning here at Cox Mill.
I've never played baseball for my life. And this
Back here for this 8th inning here at Cox Mills, the new pitcher, Isaac Armstrong. Normally you'll see him on the left side of the infield for this Copperheads team, but instead it'll be on the mound in this top of the 8th. 6 outs away from win number 6 on the season. And a nice curveball there. 3 pitches and an out here for Jake Smith. And a nice start to this 8th inning by Isaac Armstrong. Wasted no time. 3rd straight strikeout for Copperheads pitchers. As now will face Dakota Dahl, who hit a double to lead things off in that top of the 6th inning. Disco Turkeys trailing by 3, looking to get back in this one. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the 8th, pardon. And Isaac Armstrong on his off night for hitting, coming into pitch as well as Jacob Painter and Josh Jones, who both featured in that game against the Corn Dogs yesterday. Armstrong, a freshman at East Carolina University from Stanley, North Carolina. 2-1 pitches upstairs. It's his 4th appearance of the year and his first against these Disco Turkeys. And a swing and a miss that time from Dakota Dahl runs the count full. Armstrong, a part of a great East Lincoln High School program over in Lincolnton, as that one's off the screen of the umpire. But nonetheless, Dahl gets a piece of it. Dahl, a Winston-Salem native at Guildford Tech. 1 for 3 on the night and looking to get something going here in the bottom. Top part of this 8th inning. On the ground to 3rd. Frelick up and throwing is a good one, but it gets past Connor Paul off the glove. And now Dakota Dahl to 2nd. And he's safe there too. So it could have been maybe a routine play there. Instead turns into 2 bases for Dakota Dahl. Looks like it will go down as an error. The 2nd on the night. Maybe the throw just a little bit low from Dane Frelick to Paul, who couldn't get it or keep it in front of him for that matter. And now Derek Martinez up. We've seen his home run power firsthand tonight. And had a ground rule double as well. Has reached base all 3 times tonight. A walk, a homer, and a double off the wall. The Carolina University product, formerly of North Carolina A&T. And a chance to do some damage here. A 1-1 count against Armstrong. Pitch on the way is swung on and out of play once again. Martinez hit home run number 6 on the year 2 times ago, and now 1-2 runs in right near the inside part of the plate, but not called for strike 3. Now it'll be 2-2 to Martinez, who has the plate discipline to match the power, and this one gets past Goldisich. Here comes Dahl the 3rd, and he'll get there without a play. And that'll be a 2-2 count to Martinez. Stayed alive a few times, and this one runs way in. It looks like it may have hit him potentially, but nonetheless, that's 4 out of 4 for Derek Martinez. A home run, a double, a hit by pitch, and a walk tonight. Brings up MJ Hunter. Runners at the corners here for the Disco Turkeys. Still just 1 away here in this top of the 8th inning. Double play depth for Will Gray and Jack Lopez for the Copperheads. First pitch swung on and foul by MJ Hunter. 0 for 2 on the night with a walk. Looking to make a big difference in his first SCBL action of the year following the break. And this pitch is taken on the outside corner. Perfectly placed. Now 0-2 to Hunter. Isaac Armstrong looking for a big second out here in this top of the 8th inning. Pitch on the way is just poked foul. Gets a tiny piece of it, does Hunter. Hunter at Concord University from Christiansburg, Virginia. 0-2 on the way is outside, but just barely. Now Armstrong ready with the 1-2, and that one that time is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called, and MJ Hunter doesn't like the call. Regardless, it'll be out number 2. Now 2 outs, runners at the corners for Paxton Tucker, who had a double and now lasers one towards Connor Welker, and that'll score 1 as Dakota Dahl comes home on the RBI single. 8-6 ball game now. Paxton Tucker gets on base for the 3rd time and gets an RBI. After a double, his last time up, picks up a single, and that'll bring up Charlie Stogner. 2 for 3 on the night. A home run that made it a 4-2 Disco Turkeys lead, but the Copperheads have come back since. First pitch upstairs from Isaac Armstrong. The 1-0 will be up next for Stogner, who grounded out his last time up, but that time there for a strike from Isaac Armstrong. We've seen him go through 5 1/3 innings. This will be inning number 6. Next pitch on the way is outside, but catches the strike zone. 1 strike away for Armstrong and preserving this lead. Disco Turkeys have scored 1 to cut it to 8-6. We'll see if they can do any more damage. Pitch is swung on and missed. Tagged by Goldasich, and that'll retire the side. 8-6. Back to the bottom of the 8th we go. Copperheads on the verge, 3 outs away from another win when we come back.
think that's
Bottom of the 8th inning here. At Cox Mill, it'll be Brody Shaw in for the Disco Turkeys. Another one of the team's players that was chosen to represent the league at the NACSB Prospect Showcase. Shaw, lefty from Owingsville, Kentucky, playing his college ball in Kentucky as well at Morehead State, the OVC regular season champions. Ahead 0-2 here of Frelick, and fouled off. Ran way in with that pitch. Yet to make an appearance is Shaw against these Copperheads. Ahead 0-2 here of Frelick, and gets another foul ball. Shaw's pitched 4 1/3 innings so far this year. As a redshirt freshman, will look to keep it a 2-run ball game here in this bottom of the 8th as the Copperheads lead it. And looking to add on as this one's on the ground towards Hunter. A deep throw. The throw will be not in time, and an infield single for Dane Frelick. A nice play by Hunter, but not quite in time to get Dane Frelick, who picks up hit number 4 of the night. 3 straight singles and 3 straight appearances for the third baseman, and that'll bring up Connor Paul. 0 for 1 on the night, 2 walks and a hit by pitch. A lefty-lefty matchup. Shaw versus Paul, and that one fouled off by the latter into the screen. Paul, another guy that's featured on the mound as well as the batter's box for this Copperheads team. And at 6'2", 213, has the ability to hit a ball for power as well. No home runs so far this season, but a .333 average coming into tonight, and 4 runs batted in. 1-1 from Shaw, swung on and off the side of the back of the netting here. First appearance in a game since June 21st. 8 days ago, the last game before the Spinners headed off into the summer break, as this one's fouled off once again by Connor Paul. Who stayed alive multiple times here against Brody Shaw. Lefty on lefty. 1-2 on the way from Shaw. The pitch is past Lundquist, and here goes Frelick to second. He'll advance with no play. Maybe some insurance on the way, as it'll be a 2-2 count to Connor Paul. It'll be Caden Haywood due up next, and then Aiden Kwan after him. Paul awaits an even count. 2-2 pitch on the way is swung on and driven the other way, but it'll go foul. Nobody out in this bottom of the 8th inning, and a runner on second in the form of Dane Frelick. 2-2 swung on and in the air towards left field. Having room and making the catch is Stogner. No advance, and out number 1 away for Brody Shaw to bring up Caden Haywood. Haywood 1 for 3, a walk and a single his last 2 times up for the right fielder out of Western Carolina and Harrisburg, North Carolina. Shaw's first offering is in the dirt and kept in front by Lundqvist. So it'll be a 1-0. Looking to keep it at 2 runs. Goes to Hunter at short. The throw is in time to get Caden Haywood, but the runner advances to third in the form of Dane Frelick. 2 down for Aiden Kwan.
Where's the shortstop land?
So it'll be Aiden Kwan due up next. Kwan ahead 1-0 here against Brody Shaw. An insurance run 90 feet away if he can find the outfield grass. Swung on and missed that time. Kwan heading to Monmouth University in the fall after a successful career at Central Cabarrus. Now ready at the 1-1 is Shaw. He goes to the fastball and blows it by Kwan. A good pitch there over the heart of the plate. 1 strike away from keeping it an 8-6 ball game. Frelick stands on third. The pitch on the way is there for strike 3 looking. And we'll go to the top of the 9th. Still an 8-6 ball game. Disco Turkeys last call when we come back. Here at Cox Mill, top of the 9th on the way. Back for the top of the 9th inning, it'll be Isaac Armstrong looking to close it out. And the first batter he'll face will be Colby Watson. Nick Lundqvist and Arab Herbst, the 2 to follow. First pitch was in there for a strike, and now 0-1 is outside to Colby Watson. 0 for 3 on the night. Has flied out twice, so made some decent contact. Takes a pitch there for a strike, and Isaac Armstrong not afraid to attack the strike zone in this top of the 9th inning.
1-2.
2-run cushion. The 1-2 outside to Goldasich.
They're also making a power 5. And that would make a lot of sense, like you said, right?
Now the 2-2 pitch is low. in the dirt that time. Goldusich makes the block, and now it'll run to 3-2. Armstrong working quickly against Colby Watson, the UNC Asheville outfielder from Mount Airy. And instead, it's a walk to start things off. Disco Turkeys looking for a rally here. The walk will bring up Lundquist, who's had a nice day behind the plate, looking for his first hit in this at-bat against Armstrong. We'll check over with Watson. We'll see if he goes back to first base at all. And first pitch is upstairs. Armstrong will have to work from behind here to start this at-bat. The 1-0 is out of play, just stays in the ballpark. As Herbst will kick off the beginning of the 5th time through the order for these Disco Turkeys hitters. The 1-1 is upstairs as Herbst on deck. Lundquist, the catcher, his first action in the SCBL this year as well. The sophomore from Winston-Salem at Gaston College. Armstrong misses outside with that 2-1 on the way. So now it'll be a hitter's count. We'll see if Lundquist looks for a pitch to drive. On the way instead, it's another walk. So Aaron Herbst, 2 men on and nobody out. We'll see if Armstrong stays out there to face the 5th time through the order. Be a short mound visit. We'll come back in a moment. 2 men on and no out here at the top of the 9th inning. The Disco Turkeys looking to extend the game 8-6 when we come back. After the short mound visit, Armstrong will face Aaron Herbst. 1 for 4 on the day, and 2 men on to start this top of the 9th inning. Oh, 1 from Armstrong. Misses inside. A patient approach for these Disco Turkeys hitters. Have drawn 2 walks. Watson stands on second, and Lundquist at first. Now the leading run at the plate. And a good pitch on the outside corner. Makes it 1-2. Would be a big first out. Still the force out in play. This one instead driven towards left. It'll get down in front of the left fielder, Quan. And everybody moves up 90 feet. No one will go home, though. Now the base is loaded. Aaron Herbst, his 2nd hit of the night. And that brings up Boone Herman. 2 for 4 on the night. As we mentioned before, Herman going from Greensboro to Winston-Salem to play this summer. The Spartans of UNC Greensboro, where he plays his college ball. 1-0, and now swings at this pitch. Sends it a mile high towards right field. Over is Haywood. He'll make the catch, tagging, and not in time, but a great throw there from Haywood. It cannot beat the runner, though, and it'll be Colby Watson scoring to make it an 8-7 ball game, still just 1 away, and runners at the corners for the Disco Turkeys will bring up Jake Smith. One down, as it'll be Smith taking a first pitch ball from Armstrong. Not appeared late into games has Armstrong so far this year, but looking for what would be his first save, and gets a good pitch there against Smith. 1 for 4 on the night. Runner going, and this one lifted towards center field. Welker will make the catch. The throw home will be a laser in time, and that's out number 3. And the game is over. The Copperheads hold on. An 8-7 win. A perfect throw from Connor Welker to get the final out. And once again, the Copperheads get a dramatic victory over the Disco Turkeys. Perfect throw and a perfect play by Goldasich to tag what would have been the tying run at home plate. The Copperheads get a big win out of the break. The Disco Turkeys will stay in 4th place but drop to 9-8. What a game we've had tonight. And a dramatic ending once again between these two teams who play each other so close every time. But thank you for joining us tonight on the SCBL YouTube channel. It's been a great game. We'll be back tomorrow, or on Monday, pardon. Sunday an off day, as we'll be back with some more SCBL action next week. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm Gunter Schroeder, signing off for now. Make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications for the SCBL YouTube channel to be notified every time we go live. Until then, thank you for tuning in and have a good night.